It's a very controversial thing because the Marine Corps, for example, is very sensitive to the term moral injury. They feel that in our research with this, learning more about it, just using the term somehow is pejorative, that we're moralizing. We're saying they're immoral because of things happening that people didn't want to happen. But really, it's the flip side. It's because warriors have such very high standards that they are vulnerable to moral injury. So we're just in the beginning of early data looking at what are the correlates with PTSD symptoms in Marines after they come back from Afghanistan and Iraq, and what are the events that are most likely to lead to those symptoms. And early data showing that, as others have, we were talking clinically, we've seen, and that it is more likely complicated grief, guilty grief from a loss or a betrayal of some value system is the most frequent cause.
I want Sarah to weigh in on moral injury as well, because you have some very strong feelings about this.
Well, I joined the military because I just knew that moral injury had to be the biggest issue, the biggest spiritual issue that warriors would face. It had never occurred to me that it wasn't something that had been identified, because it's been identified in religious literature for centuries and centuries. In my religious tradition, we call priests curates because we cure souls. And the basic professional degree used to be a doctor of divinity, and now we're masters of divinity, which is kind of funny, as if anyone could master the divine. And so this idea that people are not going to have their hearts broken by bad things happening is just an unrealistic idea. So I joined the military so that I could be with people, good people, who were doing bad things because it was good to do them in that weird way that happens in life and certainly in war. And so I think we owe it to folks that we put in those positions to have sacred rituals, sacred space, sacred time, and sacred value to allow to journey through that and bind up the brokenhearted, not make it okay, but be real together with each other and affirm one another's sacred value.